Hello, guys. Good to be back. All right, finishing some settings here. All right, good to go. Start on the video. All right, my friends, here we are. So we are live. Uh, okay, so we are live on YouTube, on Kick, on Twitch, X under Volta, and also on PunFun. So let me see if I didn't forget anything. No, thank you very much for joining us. Today we are going to demonstrate the kick-ass features of BundleMaps, the ultimate bundled wallet scanner on Solana, and its unbelievable power. Yeah, I get an audio check, guys. Are we good? Thank you, Lodo, for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate the calls that made the call yesterday and even today and have been pushing it for us. We didn't pay anybody, by the way. They're doing it because they believe in this project. So we're very flattered. Truly appreciate it. Thank you a lot, guys. Really, really cool of you. So we're gonna have a scan-a-thon. You know, let's give ourselves a challenge and try to find a coin that actually isn't a bundle. So let's do that. First, I have an old computer, so I'm going to have to reduce. I'm going to kill the video so I don't crash everything. And let's start finding some CAs and scanning them. All right. So first thing we're going to do here, see if we're sharing the screen. Yes, we are. So here we go. We're going to go on PunFun, first of all. And we're going to see what's trending. Wait for this to load. So anybody in the chat, you're more than welcome to throw at me some CAs. We're going to scan them and we're going to discuss them and we're going to find out how good and very popular lately. Let's go to Lobstar. Lobstar has a 5 million market cap. This was heavily when it started. And we will check out now what it's doing. So I'm going to grab the CA over here. Go back on my token scanner, paste the CA here, and start a scan, and I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to explain everything that this does. All right, here we go. So Lobstar has a rating of 100 and is considered critical. All right, 5 million market cap, 3 bundles. Okay, you got this cool button here that allows you to share a report. So if I take this and I paste it in another browser, you have another format that appears of the report, allowing you to share it with anybody, and that person does not have to run the scan. Now, this scan as well ends up over here in your history tab on the bottom. When you get history, you will see that it appears over here, and you can also clear your history. But if I click on the button, it's going to show me that scan again. So that's a cool feature to be able to keep your scans and be able to recall what you were already working on or not, then you can clear your history yourself whenever you feel like it. Now, this bar over here is going to give you a score that is weighed according to different elements during the scan, not only the wallets. First, we have to talk about the detection model because it's pretty complex. Supply cap stealth. All right, that's quite interesting. 11 for 15 and for 19. We have 19 bundled wallets here. So the first 4 bundled wallets contain 7.39% of the supply. The other 11 wallets control 13.6%. The last 4 wallets, 3.87%. Now, what it's detecting here has nothing to do with what BundleMaps is detecting. BundleMaps functions on a pattern for which it tracks funds. So it's going to track Solana, who sent money to who. And based on the movement of the funds, it's going to create this pattern and tell you how these tokens are linked. But in the case of BundleMaps, we work on completely different heuristics or algorithm. This deterministic, let's say, score is not dependent solely on AI to do an analysis. It uses a Helios RPC to connect to the blockchain. We even have WebSocket. And we're able to analyze the initial transactions around 40 to 50, the first transactions ever made by this coin, because this is when the bundling occurs. And make it make sense. If you're going to bundle a token, you're obviously going to want to buy it. Let me increase the size of the screen for you. This is going to be better. You're obviously going to want to buy your tokens with the bundled wallets at the lowest price possible, means right after launch. So there's no use scanning for bundles when the market cap is already at $5 million. It's absolutely not necessary, because if somebody's creating a huge bundle for, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40 SOL, at that level, he's just going to be used as exit liquidity by everybody else, especially in the current market conditions. So it's pretty obvious that bundles are created early. That's why we are targeting the initial wallets that were used when the token was launched, and that's what we're following. All right, 19 clustered wallets here. So the way that this works is that, number one, it's going to look for the wallet creation, the date at which the wallet was created. Then it's going to look at also the funding, but not in the same way as BundleMaps. It's going to look at the time of the funding exclusively, meaning that if all the wallets were funded by the same source and at around the same time and for around the same amount, these are each separate factors, then it affects the score and the rating that is determined for the risk factor. The likelihood of being wrong is very remote. This is literally behavioral analysis. You can consider this tool to be the CSI of trading. Yeah, so that's what it does. It's your crime scene investigator looking for these behavioral, like they have a behavioral analysis unit, the BAU. So this is what it is. This is the BAU for Solana. Now, every single one of these wallets, say that here, like we have the wallet address here. Click on details, it's going to break it down for you. So it's going to tell you, okay, this guy, whoops, let's start it. Modal is opening. Sorry about that. I closed it. And this is lagging. See, are we still good with the vid? Wait for it to catch up. StreamYard does have a delay. I'm just making sure that it's visible correctly on Telegram. Okay, so if I click on the details of a wallet here, it will open a modal or a window, as we call it in the tech world. It's going to load the wallet data from the blockchain, and it's going to give you information such as the date at which the wallet was created and other information. So here we go. That wallet in the bundle, you're going to see who funded it. So we have here the wallet address of the funder, or the funding wallet. And all right, over here, we can see that that wallet is still holding the current token, and it is a fresh wallet, as you can see over here on the top left. So this is a brand new wallet. It's holding. It was funded by this entity, which is going to be the same one as the others in its bundle, for sure. Wallet agent was created 5 days ago, 16 transactions, because it probably did a lot of buying and selling of that same token. Okay, I will scan that token for you, buddy. Token balance now 18 million. You can follow it on SoulScan, Bird Eye. You can copy the address to use it anywhere you want. So there you go. It shows you the bundles. Now, if I look at another one here, funded differently. This is an older wallet. So this is also a trick that is used by these guys that are really good at bundling. They create some new wallets every day, and they use the wallets at different, coming from different, let's say, creation dates to try and blur their path. And I mean, this was showing on BundleMaps as super clean. You couldn't catch that because we're looking at a different behavior. Let's analyze this with the AI. All right, let's check out this CA that our friend gave us here. Let me see. Okay, so the Solana token Lobstar has a critical risk score of 100, indicating a high likelihood of token launch manipulation. The bundle can reveal a total of 3 bundles with 19 clustered wallets, which is 1,900% of the total buyers, suggesting coordinated effort to manipulate the token's price. So this AI is Llama 3.3 7dB, used with Grok, G-R-O-Q, and not G-R-O-K. So Grok is another language because I did not want to use Claude. Claude is extremely expensive, and yeah, it's been having some issues lately. So this is like 10 to 15 times cheaper, and Llama 3 works extremely well for this kind of thing because it is basically analyzing all the results that we have up here, and it's giving us its assessment based on that, not only on new stuff that it's fetching out on the internet. Now, next thing. The bundle scan shows a critical risk score, 19 clusters, participating in 3 bundles, accounting for 1900% of total buyers, high level of coordination, and potential of manipulation, with the bundles likely intended to artificially inflate the token's price. The fact that all bundles have a similarity of 65% and signals indicating supply cap stealth further support this assessment. So we already see that here the intent is pretty clear. These numbers of wallets were created to control this much supply in order to farm this coin. So every time somebody buys, they use their massive supply to sell into you. This way they absorb your liquidity. then they can buy back using even your SOL, because they'll sell on you. They're going to wait for you to exit because they're tracking your wallets as well. And once you've gone out, then they buy back using your own money. So they're getting some free tokens, and you're out, they drained your liquidity. The verdict: risk level, critical recommendation, avoid the critical risk score. High level of coordination and potential for price manipulation make this token extremely high risk. Lack of transparency in the top 10 holders' information. Presence of clustered wallets participating in bundles further exacerbate the risk. Okay. The current price may be attractive to bundlers looking to exit, and new buyers may be at risk of buying into a potential pump and dump scheme. So yeah, dangerous one. Let's do the CA that our friend sent us here. Thank you, sir, for participating, or ma'am. Let's paste it here and let's scan it, see what we get next. Isn't this fun? I think that actually I'm going to be hated by a lot of people in the community because we just busted them. They are all going to get busted. Wow, world peace. That was the CA that you sent me, right? Because it shows only 2 bundles. 18 clusters, 0 bundles. Before the last signal. Whoa, that's interesting. 13% total supply in a bundle of 14 wallets, plus another bundle of 4 wallets. Huh. But now what I have to understand is, why do we have this here? Something is not right. Well, sorry guys, shit can happen. I'm going to have to do some analysis on that. Of course, this is a new product. It took me several weeks to code, and I might have obviously some debugging to do, but this is the first time that I see this happen. I'm getting a low risk. Well, it's still considering that 20% of the supply controlled by two wallets, by 2 bundles, is not exactly a high risk compared to what we see usually. Let's analyze it with AI. That's interesting. So it reveals a low risk score, but indicates a potential launch manipulation tactic. So the scan detects 2 bundles involving 18 wallets, suggests coordinated activity, but the price has seen a significant 18% increase over the past 24 hours. Okay, so the risk assessment reveals a low risk score of 0 on 100, but this may be misleading due to the detection of 2 bundles involving 18 wallets, which account for 100% of total buyers. We're talking about the tokens World Peace Guy. This is a CA that was sent to us by a participant. Okay, so verdict. It's a medium verdict. To be cautious. Token presents a medium risk due to detected bundles and potential supply manipulation tactics. Well, the risk score is low. So we still got coordinated wallets, but it's not that high. It's 20%. So I consider this like pretty good. This is a token at 318,000 market cap, and it's probably one that is worth investing in. I mean, considering the state of the market. Thank you, mate. I am doxxed. If you want, you can find me on LinkedIn. Here, I'll do this. For those of you who don't know me, just type my name on LinkedIn. I'm the only guy with this name in the world. And you'll find me, you'll see my background. Yeah, I've been working 30 years in IT. I'm a very, very experienced developer. All right, cool. Now let's find another CA because I'm curious to see if we're going to reproduce this kind of contrast. That's interesting. A zero score, but 20% clustered wallets, not that bad. There's one here that I find interesting. It's the White House. It has a 1 million market cap, and it's been quite popular since the war started. Let's scan this because I want to see what this is going to give. Huh, look at that. Huh, this one has a 100 critical risk again. So there's different levels. There's actually 4 levels. There's like no risk, low risk, medium risk, high or very high risk, and critical. And they range by slices of like 25%. So there's one pre-creation insider here. You get all sorts of information if you pay attention. One pre-creation insider. So that means that one of the bundles that was created is directly linked to the insider that minted the token. So you know that it's the dev bundling. That's just pretty good. So BundleMaps. Now, bundle number 1 here, behavioral 1, 5 wallets, amount of SOL not yet determined, supply 8%, similarity for each wallet 65%. So it weighs how the tokens were funded and how the creation dates also, for example, and it also gives it a score to determine the potential of these wallets being linked. So here, the chance that these wallets are linked is 65% on this one. On this bundle number 2, as you can see, when you pass your mouse on it, it gives you the information. You have 9 wallets containing 9% of the supply. This is a smart move. He's only putting 1% of the supply in each wallet to keep it extremely low. But one thing that people are lazy about, because it's a lot of work to create bundles, so you try to speed up things. First of all, you create the wallets at the same dates. Second, when you fund them, you usually split automatically to all the wallets with the same amount using services like Split Now or like Houdini, which is now integrated into Solflare. So you want to obfuscate the distribution, yeah, you can do it, but when you keep like the exact same amount in each wallet, and you also have all these wallets created within like reasonably like a short time frame or within the same block, then obviously you're raising a flag. So creating a real undetectable cluster requires a lot of work. And I could break it down because obviously I had to study extensively how the mechanics of that work so that people can to know what I was going to do about this, because I just didn't tell AI, build me this and I'll vibe code it. This is something that I had to think through. I use AI to code the obviously all the blockchain side, like when you have to fetch the Solana blockchain and you need their contract address and you need proper IDs. Just to make a transaction on Pump Fund, you need to have 23 different addresses from different contracts to be able to create it in your code. It's very complex. So, okay, let's continue here. Supply cap still. 8, 9, and 3, 17, and 20, 21% about. Let's figure this out. Curious to see what it gives here. So this wallet is still holding current SOL balance. It has 35 SOL in this wallet. It made 1,000 transactions. It's 40 days old, and it holds 19 million 19 million White House. Uh-huh. You see, this is where it gets really interesting because I asked the AI to analyze this. And when you look at the wallets over here, where the supply is distributed, you see that we have roughly about 20 wallets, 5, 10, 19. All right. And supply is about 9 and 8, that's 17 and almost 4. We're talking 21%. You're going to say in the previous coin, World Peace, it was 20% and it was about the same number of wallets. How come the score is different? Well, that's where the algorithm of what I built kicks in. The weight of each different element and risk. So probably in world peace, we should go back and look at it. But for example, the percentage that relates to the chance of these tokens being linked must be higher than 65%. So this weighs in the decision process and how this score is generated. And obviously, yeah, the algorithm is going to take into account each of these factors, and the mathematical calculation is done to create that probability. This is where I need AI, because this is not the kind of thing, like I'm not a mathematician to start doing this kind of thing. I could give it the logic, I could give it the code to say, I will do this, do that, do it in that way. So we're going to inspect the blockchain and we're going to look for these patterns. And I established the filters or the rules for the way that it's going to do its research. But then I need the AI to make the calculation for me. This is the great advantage that we have. So the White House, market cap of 1 million, high suspicious launch pattern upon bundle scan analysis. Huh. With only one reported buyer, but 19 clustered wallets. Now, this is where it's different. You see, one thing that's going to weigh on the score is the fact that you can have multiple clusters, but that they're being held by different people. But if you have 19 wallets that are clustered, but you only have one owner, that explodes the risk because this guy with a Python script could put all his wallet addresses into one script, click atomic cell, and an atomic transaction is a transaction that executes multiple commands at the exact same time, and he could dump everything with one click. This is why even when you see a whole bunch of wallets bundled, and you guys probably see it under the form of looking at the wallets and seeing that you have a whole bunch of wallets with the exact same percentage, and it holds the same exact amount in US dollars in each one or in Solana. You obviously know that these are bundled. It's flagrant. And sometimes it even creates a star pattern in BundleMaps because some don't even know how to like hide this properly. But where they don't use obfuscation tools like Houdini or Split It. So yeah, this yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, so okay. Well, oh, I have too many things rushing through my head, so sorry if I'm losing myself sometimes. So the detection of three bundles, all of type, holder supply cap, with a similarity of 65% further indicates a sophisticated attempt to control the token supply. So the absence of any souls spent by these wallets on acquiring the tokens raises question about the legitimacy of their holding. So this is why the risk is so high, and this one was sent to 100 compared to world peace. Because what the guy did is that he bought a huge supply of White House, and then he distributed the White House token across several wallets to split it up. And this is where my algorithm made the link. And that's why it's considered so high risk. because these 19 wallets belong to the same person, and he bought the supply in one shot and did the distribution himself, not by buying White House with each wallet separately, but he did it by buying White House in one shot and then splitting up the supply across various wallets. Interesting. I'm learning things with you guys in real time here. This is a lot of fun. Let's go for it. Are you guys enjoying this presentation up to now? We can discuss it publicly or across the investors. This is an investor-only chat, but we are live on YouTube, and we are live on Kick, and we're live on Twitch, and we're live on X, and we are live on Fun. All right, so Pippin was the subject of a lot of conversations because this token mysteriously shot up to become the #1 token on Solana with the highest market cap, and nobody understands how that's possible because absolutely everything was clustered. So let me copy the CA here, make sure I get it. Got it. $345 million market cap. Let's hit it. Boom. Pitching analysis, 100 early buyers, 10 buy transactions. It also checks for JITO bundles. Now, this is great because JITO bundles are made for MEV, maximum extraction value. So with JITO, you use an intermediary to obfuscate the transaction, so it prevents front running. So the objective of JITO is to not let other people detect that you have a pending transaction on the blockchain, which would allow somebody else to execute it before you and front run you. So using JITO when you're creating bundles also is very useful when you're doing it, especially at a later stage, and you do not want people to front run you, especially snipers, because they automate this. The complexity is getting crazy. My God, 260% bundled, 26 clustered. We have 10 buyers. 10 buy amounts are identical. So we have one pre-creation insider again, which is not surprising. In this one, we absolutely knew that that happened. Look, this is extremely early. In bundle 1 with 10 wallets, the similarity score is literally 100. So this is guaranteed. We know it from this behavioral analysis that these 10 wallets are definitely from the owner and from the dev, I mean, and from its position on the chart here with, entry order from earliest to latest going from left to right. And here you have the SOL amount spent. So these were this was the earliest bundle that was created. And why is it so low on the number of SOL that it has in it? Because this bundle was already washed out. So that one was probably spent. It must contain still dust. You see 0.0204. This is the amount of SOL that usually remains as dust inside a wallet. It keeps the wallet alive with the ATA. So pretty much Pump Fun is dead. Yeah, buddy, I'm really sorry to say so, but I think so. Is there a plan to get verification or pay DEX? Yes, bro, I'm going to pay DEX. We'll get verified. I mean, Volta Sol definitely is going to get verified, but I'm not going to do it at 9.9K. I'll tell you a short story for a second. When I launched Volta, the Volta trading bot, which is the most advanced Solana trading bot in the world, we own 46% of the supply of that coin in the community pool. I paid DEX at launch, and I paid for 4 times boosts cost me like, I don't know, $800 or $900. And the token didn't go past 7,000 bucks, even though we held 46% of the supply as a community pool, and we still hold it even after like 2 months. We haven't sold, and we're going to send that coin. But what I'm saying is that we had to use our own money to bond the token because I needed the token to bond to use it into my app. So the community didn't jump in. They didn't buy the product. They didn't validate it. If people do not, buy into this and send it, I'm not going to spend again hundreds of dollars on Dex and Boost and this and that. So I'm sorry, mate, but with the conditions of the market right now and everybody just jumping out, I'm just not going to do it. So you want this to, if this thing gets close to bonding, like I said earlier yesterday, that if we would reach at least 20,000 market cap, I'll pay Dex. So at least I'd like to see a 20K market cap. I'm not going to pay a market cap at 9,000. And if somebody now like cheats and it goes back down to 5K, it's basically dead, and I'll have wasted that money for nothing. So right now, what I have done with the creator rewards, I have bought back the token. That's why you saw my supply increase to 3.5%. For those who know me even in the past, I'm always the last one to sell. I only do utility tokens. I don't do meme coins, and I'm usually the last one out. But I want the token to pick up, man. Thank you, Norris. I agree. 20K Dex is a good goal. I think too. We know that now. To bond, in case you didn't know, it requires 85 Solana, regardless of the price of SOL. So that's why it's cheaper to bond. So it's not $69,000 anymore, but it is still around 30,000 market cap. And of course, the way that works, we're only talking about something like $8,500 in cash, the bond. And right now, like at 9,900 market cap that we have currently, that means that we don't have like 3,000 invested in here. So we definitely need to get a little bit more eyes on it. And it's just a question of market acceptance. So I'm not going to fight it. I do my best to deliver solid software. And if the market accepts it and supports the project, then yeah, of course I will pay for everything. So thank you for that question. I know it's an important one. Okay, so next, this bundle, 65% holds 10% of the supply, 65% chance of similarity. This one too holding almost 14%, and this one holding 11.6%. And you see, so this guy started creating bundles as time went by progressively. So he was pumping his own coin, and we know that nobody else was buying it. So he could add bundles at later stages. When you see that nobody bought once you launch this big bundle, then you can buy this one. Then you could start this one. You could start this one. And you could send your token to millions. You have absolutely nobody that bought on top of you. So you're not afraid of being used as extraction. So the first 10 initial wallets, size supply, 0.02. So there's dust. Identical amounts per and pre-creation insider. So we got two elements here. Supply cap stealth for the others. Look at that. 10 wallets, 3 wallets, 6 wallets, and 7 wallets. I'm curious to see just the details on one of these wallets. I'm not going to open the Sulfur and Bird Eye links. You guys already know what we're going to find there. It's a public blockchain in case you want to verify what this is done. Oh, look at this. This wallet is 3 days old on a coin that is way older than this. So this bundle over here, this is a fresh wallet too. And that means that this bundle here is still in use, and they've been recycling some of these wallets. Let's look at this bundle here with 7 wallets because I'm curious. Oh, look at that. 106 days old. So they are using old wallets and also new ones to mix up their stuff, but they've done a terrible job to hide what they're doing. I think that this is obviously a clear money laundering operation. I do not know by who, and I think I do not want to know by who, because I could investigate it, but I won't let people like Zach XBT do it if there's reason to do so. I mean, the only issue here is that they could be farming people, so they're laundering their money and they're extracting liquidity from the market as well. That's pretty horrible. Then that would be a concern to me. So by the way, I've been doing the kind of thank you for loving it, mate. I appreciate it, Soul Candy. So I've been starting to do some work like Zach XBT does because I've been working in this field for 30 years. I mean, in IT and blockchain for a long time. So a couple of friends of mine got drained, and I went through the full investigation. Mm. Yeah, so that's a very good point here. XYIPMA says, so pretty much there is no money left to earn in Pump Fund. Okay, so what happens here is that the way of trading is completely altered. And if you thought that before you were in a casino, now this has become an extremely high risk casinos where the house odds, which means the developer, the creator, has increased his chances of winning to 99% and leaving you a 1% chance. So, first of all, we know that 99.6 or 7%, I think, of the tokens launch on Pump Fund daily, and sometimes there are over 10,000 tokens launched. These are rugged between 10 and 15,000 market cap. The reason they do that, to try to extract just like 0.2, 0.5 sol on each token that they launch. But if you multiply this by 1,000 times per day, you're making real money. So you are just trying to enter a coin and for it to still rise, and you exit to try and hopefully make a 2x. Now it's down to that. It's impossible to hold, literally impossible. I mean, how could you hold when you have this kind of like pattern? Let's look at this one. Let's just go straight. Avoid. So for Pippin, the critical risk score 100. Avoid. Suspicious bundle activity. Potential launch manipulation tactics. The token Pippin is a high risk investment. The fact that new buyers are entering above the bundler's cost basis increases the risk of price correction. So the more people are going to buy and hold above the bundle's entry price, thank you, this is a sick coin, I agree, then the higher the risk of the guy pulling the trigger and rugging you. First of all, he's got such a huge control on the supply when you see this kind of amount control 10, 20, 30, 33, 34, 35%. You know what 35% is of $345 million? That's a shitload of money, man. So this guy can milk you literally at will. The second there's a green candle, he could literally write a script to just sell into you, lock in your liquidity, wait for you to sell, buy back with your own money, and he's got your tokens for free. It's insane. What's happening here is complete insanity. So yeah, I did a post that was quite funny on X. I mean, do you have like unprotected sex with a woman that you just met? Of course you don't. You wear a condom. So why the hell are you going to trade a new token without scanning it for a bundle first? That is looking for trouble, man. I think it's a funny analogy. So yeah, let's go find another one. So that was Pippin, and unsurprising for Pippin, there's been so much discussion about who's laundering this money. I said Iran, but who knows? We know that every time there's a war, something rips, um, and it's because the regime here. And look, we have Trump oil at 171,000 market cap. It's ripping pretty hard right now. But the fact is, like, at what speed you can have the red candle come in. And I saw tokens even at millions of market cap get instantly run, like instantly. So don't think you're safe because you're in a high market cap. You absolutely are not. And the only way to protect yourself is to find out if this is bundled or not. So finding token creation block, fetching early signatures, scanning current. Oh, interesting. Low risk. Look at that for Trump oil. Huh. We have one small bundle here, only 3 wallets. 65%. What happened here? Wow, that is shocking. There is literally no bundled wallets on Trump oil. So all the transactions you're seeing here are supposedly organic. I don't see why my scanner would miss this. And it could be there's no bundle in this one, bro. There is no bundle, literally. That is quite interesting. We see so rarely. So what I would do from here, you see, this one's got a website and they have an X account. So I would literally investigate from here who's behind the token, who launched it. Was there some calls on social media? Do you have some calls that are implicated? And maybe, you have a meme coin here that's worth investing in. I'm hoping that there are still coins that are worth investing in. We can see here with the AI and the website that was created that some people have invested some money and some um, time into this. So that's quite interesting. Well, it's quite a simple website, but it's pretty nice. So they created this. Let's see how many people they have on their X community. I'm shocked. I've scanned I think 1,000 coins while testing of this. Oh, it has 204 members, which is probably a sign that they have a community, and they probably have some activity somewhere on channels within Telegram. Yep, there you go. Telegram. Super Mario Call. Okay, so some calls apparently have made calls on this one. There you go. So okay, we found a healthy one. That is amazing. So Trump oil is actually a token that you can risk investing in. And I'm happy to have found one, finally. That's really nice. That's really nice. Let's go back to the assessment. Low risk. Yeah, there are literally no bundles in here. There's 3 wallets that are bundled, but they only hold 1.73% of the supply. So this is great. Nothing to worry about here. Let's go with the AI because the AI fetches other information on Dex Screener. Let's see what it has to say. So it had a notable price increase of 351% over the past 24 hours. It reveals a low risk score of 0 and detects a single bundle of 3 wallets. Holder analysis. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We haven't done this. I left it. See if I can go back to it. So, don't take into account solely what we have found with the bundle scanner. You have to continue doing your homework. You have to continue looking at stuff Yeah, I'm back, guys. Okay, really sorry about that. Pump Fund is extremely resource intensive, and I can't open two windows plus BundleMaps. I crashed everything. So my apologies. I hope we're back. Okay. Am I all good? Can I have an audio check? Everything's good. Share screen. Yeah. Am I back? Looks like it. Looks like it. Okay. I will suppose that everything is looking fine. I'll move the screen here. Yeah, we're good. We're back online. Okay. So sorry about that. I opened BundleMaps to check out Trump oil because this token has a score of 0. It has no bundled wallets, and BundleMaps was completely clean. Like that was shocking. Not two wallets bundled. So I still suspect that this is really, really a high performance uh, setup. because it's way too clean. That's the problem. If you have like natural buyers and you have a market cap of 166K, you have somebody that has at least like two wallets together. So when you have like zero wallets, I really have a hard time thinking it's organic. So this guy for Trump Oil might have used might have used the smart way to do this. It's already at 200,000 market cap. Yep, but still, that looks like a freaking good investment. Look at this. There's not a single wallet with over like 0.7%. That's crazy. So it is clean like hell, maybe too clean, but it looks like, yeah, I mean, if I'm going to take a risk on a token, I'd rather take it on this one than Pippin. That's for sure, because at least we have the bundled wallets eliminated. Wow, we found one. Shocking. So this is going to be interesting. I have this scan saved in the history because every token that we scan, um, yeah, of course it's bundled. Yeah, it is. But they bundled it the really smart way, which means that they used wallets that were really created at different dates, and they probably used obfuscation funding methods, funded these wallets separately at completely different times, sometimes even waiting more than 24 hours to really break the link on BundleMaps. So this is like a really, really like high level operation. When you see the quality of the website and everything, there's big money behind this one, big money. But that's also could be something good because it could be that they got to 200,000 market cap and then brug it on this in the first few minutes. So, you want to take a gamble, ape into that one. Maybe it rips to a million or two and you exit with a 10x. That's a potential good one. Uh, yeah, but it's not like when I see a token that has like a 1,500 boost on deck screener and also paid ads, and then I avoided like the plague. It is definitely like the worst thing you can buy. Those like you think. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I have StreamYard crashing because it's all too resource intensive over here. Let me reshare my screen again. Let me reshare this window. There we go. Add it to the stage. And we're back. All right, this could happen from time to time. I have to deal with it. All right, so let's check out this one, crude oil, 10,600 market cap. We don't always need to go in the ones that are in the millions. We obviously would like sometimes to find a runner and get in super early, a bit like BundleMaps, which is a perfect token to do that. So let's analyze what this guy did with a low market cap of 10,600 bucks. parse 200 byte transactions, analyzing wallets. Let me grab a drink here. Sorry about that. That was me dragging the table. Jito bundles, they found one. Enriching funding source. Well, yeah, we all need PC upgrades, of course. Indeed, we do. So sometimes it blocks at 62%. Well, it's not blocked. It's like it's digging into the blockchain. So you gotta let the process finish. Don't rush it. Don't reload your browser. Don't touch anything. It's working. And it's going to jump from 62% to 90% in one shot once it completes that process. So it found something there. That's why it's taking so much time. It's digging. That's going to be interesting. Wonder what it's going to find for this crude oil deal. Now at 10,700 market cap, 10,006, stalling there. You know that when these coins like stall, they're on the verge of a rug. You know, they pump it, and if they don't see anybody ape in, boom. Come on. There we go, 93%. We're almost there. Scanning top holders. Oh, look at that. What a shock. Shit me. 158 buyers, 107 clusters, 68% bundled. And look at those bundles, man. That is insane. All that on a token that's at 10,700 market cap. I can't wait to see when this guy is going to rug, but in my opinion, it won't take too long if it doesn't sell. So look at this. 25 identical buy amounts, 5 pre-creation insiders, 24 H-clustered wallets, 100 same slot buyers, and 11 stealth supply cap. This guy has no idea of how to set up a bundle properly. Lucky for us. Who the hell is saying message me for some free soul? Sorry, I have to ban this user. He's gone. Sorry about that. Wow, look at those bubbles. I'm freaking out. So this guy spent on 11 wallets, 8.59 SOL. On this one, he's got another 8.41 SOL in 20 wallets. In the third one, 7.34 SOL. You see, this is why the scan took so much time, because there was a lot of information to dig into. So let the scanner work. Don't rush it. It's not a question of system or server resources. It's the Helios RPC working in the back end, fetching the data that it's supposed to based on the algorithm I coded. Now, 3.4 SOL in 11 wallets. Then he created small clusters, 2 wallets, 2 SOL. Another 2 wallets, 1.9 SOL. So he tried to mix it up with like different variation of amounts by just a few digits. Yeah, that's the one. Crude oil, 11.6 market cap right now. That's the one. Bundle number 7, number 8, 4 wallets, 1.53 SOL, 1.51 SOL. So this guy obviously asked ChatGPT, what do I have to do? Or Claude. Because this is the kind of response you get where AI screws you over because it doesn't know what it's saying. Believe me, I know when AI is full of shit, and this is one of the big mistakes it does. It tells you, oh, buy with a very small amount variation so you don't get detected. So people do that, and then you know where they got their information. But this is really bad. 3, okay, we could go on. And now he created at the end a huge bundle, 16% over 15 wallets. All of that to send it to 11.6K, and nobody's buying into it. How shocking. Look at that. Look at that total. Wow. Not surprising it took that much time. 20, 30, 40, 51, and 657, and 8. Uh, 65, 75, 85. My God. Oh my God. There's literally exactly 100 wallets in this stack. And he even used Jito in 2 of these wallets here. Same slot by Jito wallets. That's kind of funny for 0.23 souls, because why would you pay an extra fee for Jito to obfuscate, to prevent, I mean, MEV front running on just 2 wallets? That must be something left over. He had it. He used it in this bundle, but it wasn't intended to be there. Wow. I don't even know where to start. This is the perfect case study of the massive bundle that you can have on the token. Perfect case study. All right, close the window, please. Thank you. So this is a fresh wallet, still holding 1.2 million tokens in it, 0 days old. That wallet was created today, specifically for this. Current SOL balance, 18 SOL. So you see, if this bundle of 20 wallets has spent 8.4 SOL, but just this wallet has 18 SOL, and then the next one here has 1.3 SOL, and then the next one here has 8.1 SOL. He exited, so this guy sold. Great. This is going to allow us to show something. Now, this is cool because we can see with all this that this guy has room using his bundles to send this market cap higher. He can manipulate the price and send it higher because he's got plenty of SOL reserves and all of these wallets, and we didn't go through all of them. But this is another feature that I'm going to add probably in it while I think about this right now on the fly. To analyze the total SOL available in these wallets compared to how much has been already invested in the token to determine how much runway that guy has to continue pushing the coin higher. Wouldn't that be an amazing feature? If you guys followed this, I think you're gonna find that pretty smart. I'll repeat that. We can track how much SOL the guy spent on each wallet, and then we can track how much money is left in each of these wallets. We can compare the two and know how much SOL the guy has available on these wallets since they're part of the bundle to continue sending the coin. That is like insane. I'm going to add that feature when I'm done here because this is too good to not do it. Hell. Okay, let's look at this because this is an extremely important section of the scanner. This is the bundle exit tracker. It refreshes every 30 seconds. And when it refreshes this, at the same time, it refreshes the score that we have on top of the page. So it reevaluates the score based on the action that we have here. It gives you the updated time here and the risk. 15 points. Number 1, he just sold right now. And he exited 4 wallets out of 20. So he's got 20% of the wallets in bundle 1 that are out. And if we look at that, look, the price is going down. So it corresponds perfectly to the finding that we have made using the scanner. The behavior is conform to what is happening live right now on this token, which shows you that this is a real, this is the real deal. It's not LARP. The tech freaking works, and it works damn well. All right. So you see, this guy is selling. So we're seeing the market cap here of 9,500. And look at that. We can see progressively that he's exiting with the wallets. Bundle number 4, 3 out of 9. Bundle 5, 5 out of 6. Bundle 6, 2 out of 4. Bundle 8, 3 out of 3. He's completely out. Bundle 11, he's completely out. Bundle 14, completely out. 16, completely out. But in bundle 19, he only exited 2 wallets out of 15. Yeah, we're tracking market makers. You're right on spot, mate. Right on spot. And 0.4. So this is also something that could let us predict a pattern here. He's exiting with some wallets, which means that he's recovering SOL, and the SOL is going to be increasing in those wallets, but the price is going down. But then you see, there we go, it's going up again. So this is investor that bought here. The guy knows that he can buy back after selling to give the impression of normal chart behavior. But you see, he's sending it again to try and lure in, to sucker you in to buy this coin. So he sent it back to 11.2K. Now we could see this is a 1 minute chart for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So for the past 16 minutes, he's been holding it at about this market cap of 11.2K. So we're going to see if he decides to send this higher. We know that he can because we saw it over here in the wallets, that he has plenty of SOL available in his wallets to continue this damn scenario. Oh, this is freaky. Oh, man. I had never experienced it like this because I was concentrating on coding and on testing the features individually, and I never took the time to really like analyze everything it does in real time like this with tokens. So I'm really happy to do this with you guys. It's very exciting. So this refreshes every 30 seconds. You see, he's starting to he still has plenty of wallets. He still has 10, 20, 24, 30, uh, wallets. He has like 50 wallets that he hasn't exited yet. So he recovered some funds to play the chart, make it look natural, and he'll probably push it higher. So, like, I have another software that I developed. I haven't yet turned it into a platform, but it's a rug shield. It detects when a guy is rugging, which means that he's sending the command for all of these wallets to simultaneously sell. And so that using it in combination would be a killer. And you know when he wants to exit. But anyways, I wouldn't see why anybody would actually buy into this. You really have to be a noob and say, oh, this looks good. The guy is not live, and yeah, he's got an X community, but it's probably bullshit. I'm not even going to bother opening it. I don't want to crash the computer again. But yeah, and you see, we're at 75% of the bonding curve. So this is the kind of scenario where the guys usually rug before they bond. So he's got the money, but he's not sending it. So that means that he probably has the intention of rugging it before bond. He has no intention of bonding this coin. Let's see if I'm crazy or not. the total of SOL available in the wallets to appear in another section here in the page. So we know how much firepower the guy has to send it. I'm curious to read the analysis here. Solana token crude oil has a market cap of 10,000, reveals a highly suspicious long pattern upon bundle scan analysis. The scan indicates a critical risk score of 100, suggesting significant manipulation. The data points to coordinated wallets activity, likely indicative of a managed launch to artificially inflate the price. How not shocking. Okay, let me see here if there's other good information to share with you guys. Oh, wow, this is not bad. The bundle scan results expose critical risk, includes 107 clustered wallets out of 158 total buyers. So there is still 30% of the buyers that are not part of the cluster. So some people are being suckered into this one. And that's probably why he's holding off from rugging it yet. He wants to try and sucker in more people. So he's going to create some activity from time to time, not to let the chart die. But the guy's there watching, and he's going to pull the trigger when he feels that it's topping out, or if some of the 30% of the suckers here are starting to exit, he's going to want to rug him before that. If you he has and the rug potential that he has, he's going to try to milk that cow as much as possible. So he's gonna push it, because if he's got the sparkle on his bar, he knows that he's going to be trending on pump, and he might get a few more people to ape it, and that's the trap. That is the ultimate trap, because people hold because they want to hope that it's a sender, and uh, he knows that people hold too long. That's how they're going to get suckered in. So let's wait and see. I'm not going to leave this one yet. Let's continue reading what the AI assessment says. This was pretty good. So the bundle scan results expose critical risk, 107 clustered wallets out of 158 total. So you know how much of the market cap is actually real and how much is clustered. It's really, yeah, 70-30. So we know that the market cap now is 13,400. 70% of that is the market cap generated by dev. Insane. High level of coordination among buyers, the detection of 19 bundles, which is the largest bundle, number zero, consisting of 20 wallets, spending 8.41 sols, suggests a well-organized effort to manipulate the market. The presence of 21 wallets with identical buy amounts, 5 pre-creation insider wallets, and 24 age clustered wallets further supports the notion of a coordinated launch strategy. And these findings imply a high risk of price manipulation for potential dump. Wow, this is great. The bundles detected showcase a variety of tactics. Oh, this is good, including behavioral patterns such as same slot buys, age clustering, and identical buy amounts. So the use of these tactics indicates a sophisticated approach to manipulate the market's perception of the token's value. So bundle number zero of 20 wallets and a spend of 8.4 SOL, and bundle number one with 11 wallets and a spend of 8.59 SOL demonstrates significant coordinated investment, artificially inflating the token's price. The presence of stealth supply accumulation by 11 wallets further complicates the picture, suggesting ongoing effort to control the token's supply and, by extension, its price. Wow. I mean, damn. Is that great or what? is that great or what? Where's he at now? Oh, there you go. So we got some selling going on. We know that, like, when we saw this bar going up, we know that it was him. We saw it in the wallet exiting in progress. So this bar is identical to this one. So he probably captured a couple of suckers in this uptrend. Now he is sucking down their liquidity. I don't see him sending this much higher. He's stalling for way too long at this level. So he has no intention of sending it to 20 or 30K or more. Unless he sees some suckers aping it, then he'll continue milking it. We're going to keep on following him. This is very interesting. We got this in real time. We can see how much exit he's doing here. So 6 on 20 wallets exited on bundle 1. This is accelerating, and that's the biggest one. So he's out at 30%. Bundle 4 out at 33%. He's 83% out at bundle 5. And don't get me wrong, all of this could be absolutely controlled by a script. It doesn't have, it cannot be done manually. The script is coded to respond to the chart's behavior. So if the script using RPC calls is able with WebSocket to look at the trades on the root of the blockchain, sees that some people are buying the token above the bundles, then it's going to start selling to siphon that liquidity. So your chances of actually making money if you invest in this coin, in my opinion, are like completely nil, zero. Unless you play with dust, then you won't care. But let's just say you're not going to ape for one soul in this token because that guy is going to like siphon it out of you right away. Otherwise, what's the reason to have such a crazy high concentration? I've never seen something like this. So you see, he's exited so many wallets right now that the risk has lowered to 85, to critical risk instead of 100. Why? Because from 100 wallets over here, he went down to 85. It's right here. Now you've got to pay attention to everything on the page. There is not a single thing here that is printed on this report that doesn't have value. There's nothing that's here for cosmetic. It's all for strategic use, and this functions in real time. So every time that, let me close this one. Every time here that this section, the exit tracker, refreshes at a rate of every 30 seconds, shows you the wallet still holding and still exited, then this score up here is automatically reassessed, and the progress bar has its marker here that moves along with it to give you the information in real time. And it also shows you here the partial exit. It shows you how many wallets are actually still active. Just pointing out the analytics he's covering here about the token. We're viewing and help gain more attention to the project. Thank you very much. We appreciate all the help that we can get. I'm not a rich man, but I'm a very experienced dev. I can only provide the tech, and I hope that it serves to protect you, the traders, against these developers that have huge amounts of money to push stuff like this with these kind of amounts, and they're doing it on multiple coins simultaneously. Firepower that we can't usually like comprehend if we don't have that kind of money. We're not all rich, and some of us here are just trying to get by. So over here we have 8, 16, 19, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36. Okay, so this guy injected practically 37 SOL right now in this. 37 Solana to manipulate this token. And, well, look at that. He's still trying to lure in some people here. He's waiting. He's waiting. He made a big setup. He doesn't feel like he's in a rush. Want to do? Yes, I would love to see him rug and put an end to this, and that would make an amazing clip. But we could be waiting here for half an hour before he does it. So I think we're going to move on. And this scan, if you click here on history, you see the scan is right here and the CA is right here. So we can come back to it at a later point in time, and we will go back on Pump Fun and check what he has done with it, with this coin. And I can always create a clip specifically just for this example because it was extremely revealing. I have rarely seen a clustered bundle like this. That is like really intense, especially for such a low amount. But of course, low amount when it comes to the market cap. What I'm curious, did you guys notice this? This guy uses 100 wallets. See, he went from 100 wallets to 85. What have we been hearing lately on X with the number 100? 100 is the number of wallets that Axiom offers to create bundles. And they use the service through Split It. So they're using they're acting as a third-party provider. So this guy probably used the Axiom service to create those 100 wallets. This is exactly what everybody has been talking about on X. So Trump oil went down hard. Yeah, you know, we said it. We knew it was clustered no matter what. Not a surprise. I mean, it was way too clean. Way too clean. Wow, this is amazing. So I think that over here, purely at 100 wallets, this guy didn't complicate his life. He went straight to Axiom and he used it there. There you go. We got it. We got one live example right here. Jeez, this is great. Okay, so we'll come back to see what happens with this one, but I don't see this going very far. This guy's going to get tired of watching this, and he's going to pull the trigger and rug it very soon, because obviously there's no action on this coin. Nobody's buying it. So great. All right, so that was crude oil. Let me see here. Okay, we'll come back to it. Let's move on to another coin. Let's see where we're going to go. White House, Lobstar, North Employment Education, 25 million. Diddy Oil, 4,000 market cap, way too low. X Money, way too low. I mean, we're not going to start scanning coins at 4,000 market cap. Oh, this is going to be awful. That chart. Hilarious. Ah, look at that chart. Isn't that crazy? Let's copy the CA and let's scan this one because I think that the results too are going to be hilarious. Here we go. Let's look at this 22.6, the market cap. And look at that rocket. Green, 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 no red. Yes, very, very natural. Absolutely. We're going to fall for that. I mean, I'm laughing because we're experienced, but I mean, there's some poor people that are not. Um, and this guy, probably with this manipulation, you just want to get out of pump fund, bond it, send it to DEX, where he's going to sucker in people from the DEX who are not seeing what we're seeing. So bonded tokens are also dangerous when we're working with this. And they're not taking any risk because I mean nobody's buying on top of him at these levels. So what is he losing besides the fees, which are negligible on Solana? That's why some people have been complaining, saying, "Well, like maybe Pump Fund or Alon should charge like 8 SOL or 3 SOL or 1 SOL to launch a token." But then people would just stop using it and they're going to launch directly on Radium. I mean, you could launch on Radium for cheaper than anything else. So that wouldn't work. That's why he's never done it. Aha. Governments. No, I'm not a rug artist like you're saying. I'm not. And I actually care about like protecting people. That's what's crazy. I have um, complete allergy to fucking scammers and criminals. That's why I worked 15 years in law enforcement. I'm the guy who set up the Cybercrime Center, the C3 in Washington, in the year 1999 uh, under Michelle Becker. Nope, I shouldn't mention names. Anyways, okay. Sorry for those peeps. No, no, you can't. Please, we're here sharing information. This is interesting. Ah, Lobroy was at 100 and he just went down. He just went down to 30. Low risk, fully exited. Look at that. He had these bundles. 142 wallets. Is that sick or what? That was just in one bundle. He had a total of 170 clustered wallets. The guy exited. Look at all the red lines here. He exited everything. At demonstration, there's the rug. So, man, the tech doesn't lie. I mean, you could use it. You could do it. There's going to be a token gating. Now, the purpose of BundleMaps, the token, BMAP, it's going to be used to token gate the application that you can currently use for free at bundlemaps.volta.quest, part of the suite of high quality Volta software that I create and release on a regular basis, like TokenVet and RugShield and the Volta trading bot, which is insane with its trench mode, accumulation mode, and other stuff. So there you go, fully functional. The app is not an MVP. It doesn't work partially. There's nothing experimental. We saw a full, complete demonstration of a token being rugged and exited in one shot. Now, obviously, the risk is still low here at 30, but consider what happened and the fact that these wallets are still involved, I do not think that anybody would obviously buy here because this token is dead. He did his work, he's gone. This is a classic example of what happens 6,000 times per day. Because this is a lot of fun. I could do this. This one has 27,000 market cap. Garden of Life. Uh-oh. It's going down really fast. Let's analyze it. I suppose that this one is having some bundles that are starting to exit. Let's figure it out. 25.5 market cap right now. 26.3. Sending it again. Let's see what we get. Wow, we could do like a show with this, like every day, just scan coins, share the report, and I should have a live show to talk about tokens that are being heavily promoted by calls, or tokens that are being like shilled hard on X, and we could do like the daily investigative report and analysis to see which ones are worth investing in. But like a token like mine with BundleMaps that offers you real value and a real functioning token, but I'm not bundling it or manipulating it. Well, it doesn't sound appealing to investors. It's considered a boring coin because they want action and they want to see some volume. That's all they care about because they want to make some money fast, and that's why they get burned. So there we go, 21, 22K. Where's the scanner? Still working. When it takes time, means it's going to find a lot of bad shit. Obvious. Results come faster when there's nothing to hide. Well, I think that there are some governments, especially North Korean government or Russian government, that are hell bent on using this and extracting money for their regimes. How can we fight this? It's impossible. Well, it's not impossible with the right tools. There we go. 100, critical risk, Garden of Life on Pump Fund. So we got 22.6 market cap. Let's see what it has to say. So we have 181 buyers, but we have 82 wallets that are clustered. 53 are identical by amount. So the guy didn't even bother making an effort. He just said the same amount of SOL to the 53 wallets. 24 H clustered wallets. So he created 24 wallets at the exact same time and is using them. 90 same slot buyers, which means that he funded 90 of the wallets, or he made 90 transactions exactly at the same time. So they are located within the same slot or the same block on the blockchain. It does have a 47% confidence score on the similarity here on the 19 wallets for 9 SOL. 3 wallets, 5 SOL. 5 wallets, 3 SOL. 2 wallets, 1.52. This big bubble here, 30 wallets, but it only has 0.09. So this guy must have exited already something. Let's find out. Identical amount, H cluster and same slot buy. So there's 30 wallets that have 3 warnings. They were, the amounts that funded them were identical. It was done at the same time, and the wallets are also the same age. So that's an 82% score of confidence that this is accurate. Okay, let's take a look one random here. The first one in the 30 wallets, as there's not much SOL in this. Still holding, yeah, 0.16 SOL. So the guy is running low on SOL in here. So he doesn't have any money left to send it. He's going to start recalling some. Huh. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Look at this in real time. So he's exited 2 wallets. There was 3. So he reactivated 1 wallet to practically like recover funds in it or use it again. This one looks like it's dying. Yep, 14, 15, 14. So it's going down. Let's see, this updates every 30 seconds. We'll see if he's exiting his wallets. We're going to see it happen here simultaneously. %60 exited on bundle 3, 53% exited on bundle 2, 50% on 5 and 6. This is going down hard. There we go, 13K, 12.9. Now he's trying to give the impression, now it's going to go back up. So, buy in. So somebody could say, I'll buy the dip and get trapped. We're waiting for the next refresh here that happens after 30 seconds. So we can see if these numbers have changed. Okay, so let me explain here one thing. This is important. You see the first pump here, typical. Then you have a dump. Then you have a second pump. Then you have a dump. Sometimes you have a third wave and then he rugs. So this is the 3-wave strategy that is also well known in rugging tokens. 3 waves, pump, dump, and pump and dump and rug for the last time. This way it creates with the first 2 times that you have a dump and then it pumps again, people get trapped because they say, it went down, so I'll buy the dip because the 2 times prior when the dip was happened, then the coin went back up. And that's when the final rug happens and they get trapped. So it's really, really, really cool to understand. Cool. I don't know if you can use that word, but really interesting to understand the psychology behind this and how actually pretty awful this is, of how people are getting like dismantled. Jeez. Sorry if we're taking a bit of time here. I'm not in a rush, but this is the kind of thing like this demo is made to like show you guys the tech in action, and you're seeing it in real time. Risk score, you see it went down to 85 because he exited 15 wallets. He went from 100 to 85. So 15 wallets were exited. So we got a version 4 advanced signal. This is live. So this is going to dynamically. Remember we had 90 same slot buyers. We're still in all there. This won't change. Still 181 buyers, but there was 82 clustered wallets. Okay, bundle 3 changed. He's now exited 60% instead of 50. So he increased the selling on this one. Bundle 9 is at 67% of its exit. So this is also great because what you can do with this, when you have a coin that has a high market cap, or still a high market cap, let's say Pippin goes to, I don't know, 100 million, or White Whale goes to 100 or 200 million, and then it shoots back down to like 40 million. But you realize at that point that all the bundles have been exited. Then you know that that token is still alive because it has millions in market cap, but the bundles are gone. So that could be a good play and the right token to invest in. So this is why this tool, well, you see, we saw this happen in real time here, 4 out of 12, 33%. We just saw this bar jump. So he's starting to exit more progressively. We can confirm by looking at the market cap. Yeah, 11.6. He's farming it. He's exiting slowly, hoping people buy in, tempting them. And he might decide to rug at any moment. And notice, this token was only created 24 minutes ago. That's like nothing. That kind of action on 24 minutes, it's obviously unnatural. All right, I won't bother with the AI analysis on this one. Let's move on to the next. Let's see what we can find. Let's find something exciting. Everybody likes punch. Should we do punch? Let's do punch. I'm disappointed that there was so many exits after reaching a $59.7 million market cap. It's currently trading at 8.1 million. Let's see what's going on. Here we go with punch. Wow, already found 152 early entries. All right, look at that, 8.1 million market cap. 16 clusters. So what do we have here? 4 wallets with 7% of the supply, and here 12 wallets with 12% of the supply. Another smart move. One pre-creation insider, he basically put 1% per wallet. Kept it really simple like this. So there are still 16 wallets that are bundled in Punch. One holds 7% of the supply, the other one 12%. 4 and 12, that's 16 wallets, and 0 have exited. Now, let's analyze with the AI to understand why with only 16 wallets, but of course none have exited, and only a total of 19.14% of the supply, why it is considered a risk score of 100. So the Solana token Punch, current market price, market capitalization of 8 million. The scan reveals a critical risk score of 100, indicating potential launch manipulation. So we have 16 clustered wallets, which is 800% of the total buyers. Oh, that explains it. So a high level of coordination. All right. Scan results indicate. Bundle scan results indicate. Critical risk level, 16 clustered wallets detected with a significant red flag. The fact that these wallets are clustered and have a high similarity score of 65% suggests a coordinated effort to manipulate the token's launch. The detection of pre-creation insider wallets further support this assessment, implying that insider had advanced knowledge of the token's launch and were able to acquire the token before the general public. That good or what? Extremely revealing. Magnificent. The detected bundles are of type holder supply cap, which suggests that the bundlers are attempting to manipulate the token supply and price. High similarity score signals, including supply cap stealth, indicate a sophisticated attempt to hide the true nature of the token's launch. The use of 16 clustered wallets to acquire tokens suggests a coordinated effort to accumulate a large portion of token supply. So they tried to hide the funding and the way that they distributed the punch tokens when they launched it, and that failed miserably. So critical recommendation, avoid. Not attractive to enter at this time, and investors would exercise extreme caution. So there you go. That was for punch. But it feels like the only way to trade nowadays is to have money, to be able to bundle, to be able to milk the poor. It's just the trenches are dead. I don't think it's a joke, but it feels to me like this is your you got to protect yourself as much as you can, and you need BundleMaps. This is not a toy. This is obviously not a freaking toy. We just demonstrated the massive utility that. Go back here. Trump oil went down to 0 at the risk level because I think there's nothing left in it. Let's find it. Oil now. Holy shit. Look at that. From 320,000 market cap to 2.5K. That was an insane run. I can't imagine how many people got literally clobbered in this one. And that was a very, very sophisticated scam because even my scanner didn't detect it because this was so cleanly made. Different wallets, different dates, unrelated funding pattern, funding amounts, obfuscated really well using probably like third-party mixers or layers. That is like a highly, highly sophisticated rug. Highly sophisticated. This level is like black belt ninja level. That's something. Wow. So you see, you could use the tool like BundleMaps, and you see BubbleMaps, and everything is too clean. And the token is sending in the hundreds of thousands. You obviously know something is wrong. Trust your instincts too, man. Trust your instincts. Yeah, I'd like, but I think that you guys are all doing your best. The best thing that I could do is be here live and demonstrate how this works. On top of that, people can use it, use the app for themselves, and enjoy the security that it provides. So that's about as much as I can do. Then we have to get onto social media and try to show it and to maybe massively ping some calls, get them to call it or to actually even try it. I'm just creating the bundles. Yeah. 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 Sorry, guys. Are we still here, or did my stuff crash again? I'm still here. My screen's frozen. Come on. Yep. Sorry, was on mute. Talking to my partner, saying that Coles should use this before they jump into a token, but I was like, but are the Coles the one creating the bundles? Now, this is Jonathan, the turtle, I suppose. That 94,000 market cap, pushing hard. The initial scan already found 245 wallets. Right here again, the typical 62% where it like kind of like, I wouldn't say stalls, but it's working in the background, so you have to be patient. Let's see what it finds. 88K, 87, 89. 93%. There we go. 100. Critical risk. What a shock. You still have 189 buyers, 68 clusters. So 43 identical buy amounts, 12 H clustered wallets, 114 same slot buyers. 39 wallets with 9.5 SOL in it, 4 wallets with 2 SOL, 2 wallets with 0.8 SOL, 2 wallets with 0.3 SOL, that was 0.1 SOL. That big bubble here has 8 wallets, 10% of the supply. And this last one, 4 wallets, 4% of the supply. So the guy's putting 1% of the supply in each wallet. And we're having multiple warnings on Jonathan, which is now at 86K. We have geo bundles, so he's trying to hide it with an obfuscation layer. Yeah, but we found it. Same slot buy. So the guy bought at the same moment through multiple wallets, which proves to be revealing H cluster and identical amounts. So the guy didn't even bother buying for different amounts. As we said, there was 1% in each wallet. He kept it simple. But all these are the elements that our algorithm looks for when it's scanning these wallets. Let's see how much money we're playing with here. I have to add this feature where it's going to total the current sold balance in all these wallets, because this is worth knowing. I think this would be a killer feature, man. Killer feature. Yeah. To know how much available money he has to power this down or up. So these wallets are, this one is 4 days old. This one was made today. Huh. He exited. Now he has 38 SOL in it. There he is, 77K from 110. Going down, 74. Let's watch the exits here. So he exited 8 out of 39 wallets, 21%. 50% in the second bundle, 2 out of 4 wallets. The majority is clustered in bundle 1 with 39 wallets. We're going to watch this one closely. But now he's playing with it, as they all usually do. Let's push. Oh, look at that. There you go. Bundle number 3, 100% exit. Now this one, 50%, 50%, 50%. Now over here, he's at 41% in the massive bundle 1. And we saw it corresponded to the price action that we had over here. This is going to refresh in 30 seconds. We're going to see where he's going with this. Ah, look at that. Bundle 3 went down to 50%. So he bought back again with bundle 3 in one of 2 wallets because he recycled it to send this back higher again. We could literally see the market makers in real time. This refreshes every 30 seconds. I can increase that, but that increases the RPC calls. Right now, this is costing me an arm and a leg, especially to make it available for free to everybody. The amount, like I burned through like 4 million RPC calls in the past 2 days just to let you guys use this. So that's why there's going to be token gating, because at least we have to send a BMAP. If people like this and they want to use it, they're going to have to hold some BMAP. That's at least what we're asking for. If I can make some creative rewards to cover the expenses of Helios and infrastructure and server costs, etc., that would be great. But it's interesting that I don't understand why, like, the dev buys for $127 here, then he sells for $262, and then all this he uses his wallets to play with it, and he's trapping probably a lot of people. So the bundle scan reveals 9 detected bundles, 68 clustered wallets, which are 36% of buyers, suggesting a coordinated effort to influence a token's price. So this is a high-risk launch manipulation. 36% of buyers, 68 wallets clustered together, indicating a potential Sybil attack or coordinated by effort. The detected 9 bundles with a total of 12.8 SOL suggests a significant amount of capital was invested to manipulate the token's price. And obviously, when you can send the token to 100K market cap, you have some firepower. Well, there you go. These are not like people buying into this. This is like literally, yeah, pure manipulation in this. Fascinating. This is like literally a behavioral analysis unit. It's clearly like a BAU for tokens, and it's like in the end, when you understand this, you are so empowered. It's crazy. Oh, thank you very much. It is very empowering. So look at this now. Bundle 3, he exited again. He's using this third bundle actively to go in and out. So this is his main wallet. Bundle 6, 7, 8, and 9, which have a total of like 20 wallets or 19. He hasn't exited any of them yet. He's playing with bundles 1 to 5, and already with that, it's enough to do this kind of push. So this guy has money, like big time. Because I mean, look at us guys trying to send BMAP, and we're at 10,500 market cap, and we got how many investors do we have? I'd have to look at how many we have. But what we have here is natural. We have something natural, something real, and you see the difference with something that is totally unnatural. Like, why would people jump into a coin that has no website? Yeah, puts you to x.com. This guy sends you literally to X. No description, nothing. The only thing he's counting on is bonding, suckering people from DEX that sees volume on the coin, and when he's got enough people that have taken the risk of jumping in, he's going to rug them, and he's ready. I mean, he's going to pull the trigger in one shot of all of this. Look at this, Jonathan, slow cook. Yeah, that's not a slow cook. Crazy for him to call it like that. Called slow cook. There we go. 69, 68. Wow. Let's wait for a refresh here. I want to see what's happening. He's at 54K now, 53. Boom. Look at that increase. He's exiting all the walls progressively. Bundle 4 is out. Now he's at 27 out of 39 wallets exited on his first bundle. He's at 56 market cap now, 56K. So, I mean, if you have money invested in a token and you're following this and you're getting this update in real time, you have the ability to see how he's using his bundles to manipulate the token. And the more wallets have exited, the better it is if the market cap stays high. But now he's at 26K, 23. There we go. It's over. 22K. And look at what happened. You see, remember wallets 6 through 9? Nothing had happened yet. Well, he started exiting. 5 wallets out of 8 in bundle 8 are exited for 63%. Bundle 9 went out of 4, 1 out of 3. Bundle 3 and 4 are completely out. Wow. He's still at 22K. 23K. I see the market cap in the tab here on top. So that's how I know where it is. I just want to see the correlation between the market cap and the wallets, how it's holding. We're refreshing at every 30 seconds. No, there we go. Boom. Here's a refresh. More exit. He's down to 18K now. 17, 16, 15. The next refresh is going to be revealing because it's almost over. I could increase this in real time, but it's going to cost like so much in RPC calls. People would have to be willing to pay for a higher tier service, and this is where BMAP will be used to pay for higher tier service, where I can have like a diamond subscription, where you have this in real time instead of refreshing every 30 seconds. And then you have the basic subscription, which refreshes at every 30 seconds. So I'm going to be able to create plans that are going to give more power depending on what you're investing. And yeah, it's going to be great for the token, for the BundleMaps token, because it's a governance token of this app. And I'm going to keep on improving it and wait until I show you token vet, how it's going to come and merge itself with this. You're going to freak out. You haven't seen token vet yet. Oh, you see, with the wallet exits, as we saw them here, with the exits that are happening, market cap was at 13K. Look at this. Risk level just dropped to 45 instead of 100. And progressively is getting out. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't know what else I could do to demonstrate to you guys how useful and powerful this tool actually is. Now, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat dinner. That won't be long. Meanwhile, I'm going to run the video as it was playing. And after I have dinner, I will come back and we will continue having fun with this. If you consider that fun, it's not fun for those getting hurt by investing in these. And we will also show you what will be upcoming and what token vet is going to do. It vets actually a token with a complete analysis and even auto scans the blockchain to find good tokens for you. So I'm going to show you what's going to be upcoming. It's already live, fully functional. I will merge it with BundleMaps, and it's going to be a sick, powerful tool. And once everything is worked out, then it will be merged entirely with the Volta trading bot as well. So I am building a powerhouse of a suite of apps. That's going to be insane. So we're at 9,000 market cap. We're going to wait for the next refresh to see how many wallets he still has active. "31 out of 39 exited in his big bundle." And he's keeping it there at 10.9. Maybe he's going to send it again. But after a rug like this, I'd be surprised. I'm curious to understand what's the psychology and not exiting completely over here once you sent your token to 109K and you've brought it back down to 10,000. I don't get it. Oh, but well, that's just me. Okay. So thank you very much. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to have dinner. I'll be back and we will have some more fun by scanning some interesting tokens. Meanwhile, if you guys think of interesting tokens, let me know. And we will scan them for you and discuss it publicly and do an analysis together. All right, so I'll be right back. I will run the video meanwhile. I hope you enjoyed this first presentation. See you shortly. I'll be right back.